Greetings, urban farmers, gardeners, and healthy food visionaries. Farmer Greg here, and welcome to the 619th episode of the Urban Farm Podcast, where every day we work together to educate and inspire you to become part of your food revolution. Stay tuned for the most amazing deal on bulk seeds and seed-saving education you have ever seen. A few years ago, our team created an event called the Great American Seed Up, where we pack hundreds of people into a room over a few days to scoop amazing open pollinated and heirloom seeds for their gardens and collections. We came up with the scoop your own model because the majority of the cost of seeds is actually in the packaging and distribution. So by eliminating these costs, people can buy seeds at bulk pricing. Well, as you can imagine, packing hundreds of people into a room is not feasible these days, so we had to get creative. We came up with the Seed Up in a Box. And what's amazing about it is that now you can get these bulk seeds wherever you are in the world. We've chosen seeds that are popular, non-GMO, open-pollinated, and easy to grow. They're bundled 10 jumbo packs per variety, so you can share them with your community, family, church, or school. Your job is to split them into individual packages. Our job is to make them as inexpensive as possible, and right now, they're averaging about 60 cents per individual jumbo portion. With all the uncertainty in the world, a lot of people are thinking about how we can make our future more food secure. Seed Up in a Box is a great way to do this because each bundle has enough seeds and education so that you may never have to purchase seeds again. This is an amazing deal, and I am so excited for the opportunity to take the Great American Seed Up all around the world via our Seed Up in a Box. Learn more about Seed Up in a Box and get your own bundle by going to greatamericanseedup.org. That's greatamericanseedup.org. I have a good friend who I call Margaret the Condo gardener. Her garden is quite the contrast from mine, but she will tell you that it is every bit as gratifying. Most everyone I know who enjoys gardening shares the same sentiment. Growing your own food really grows on you. From condo size to farm and everything in between, the rewards are much the same, and it really is so simple to do. I started gardening with my family at the age of 13. Today, over 4 decades later, many people know me as Farmer Greg because I have transformed my home into the urban farm. I live in north central Phoenix on a street with 24 other 1940s built homes, and I've landscaped my 1/3 acre lot entirely in edible plants. These include 60 fruit trees and a wide variety of integrated herbs, vegetables, and edible flowers. In addition to my goal of fresh food, the urban farm is also designed to inspire visitors to look anew at where their food comes from and consider growing some of their own. During the past 20 years, I have opened the urban farm to visitors so that they can explore and ultimately learn how to create their own edible delights. Margaret visited about 3 years ago, attended some of our classes and tours, and then volunteered to plant and nurture the gardens at the urban farm in an effort to learn more. She began dreaming about how she could create her own garden and started walking her neighborhood to look for a suitable venue. She made an interesting discovery. The alleys and streets in parts of Phoenix are lined with edible treasures such as citrus, figs, and other fruit. As a way to meet her neighbors and possibly discover a garden plot for herself, she began asking permission to pick the fruit. Then one day, she stumbled across Meg's place, a backyard with a densely overgrown 5-foot by 10-foot garden plot that faces south. She had never met Meg, and with some trepidation knocked and found a young woman who was more than happy to share her garden space. Meg offered her gardening tools and tips on how to easily and inexpensively enrich the soil using steer manure, bone meal, and mulch. For Margaret, this was a dream come true, a place to reconnect with the earth and grow some healthy greens, herbs, and flowers that are more abundant than she would have imagined. And by sharing her leftover garden goodies, she is carrying forward the tradition of sharing the surplus and inspiring others to do the same. Aside from the most fulfilling benefit of growing your own food, gardening offers an expanded relationship with the world around us. By growing and eating what is in season, you also get a fresh and more nutritious meal. On a deeper level, the act of cultivating plants throughout the year enhances our connection with nature's cycles. Where rainwater goes, and how we can save it and use it, and how seeds develop into heads of broccoli, lettuce, tomatoes, sweet peas, and edible flowers. Whatever your patch, plot, yard, or farm, gardening provides a simple and satisfying way of renewing our connection with fresh food, as well as creating a special sense of community. Margaret recently summed it all up when she said, "I am no longer a consumer and an observer. I am a gardener."
We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Urban Farm Podcast. Remember to listen for tips, advice, and resources to help you on your journey with urban farming. You can find us on the web at urbanfarm.org or send us an email to podcast@urbanfarm.org. In the words of Vincent van Gogh, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Be encouraged that with each lesson learned and skill developed, you are one step closer in the direction of your dreams.